do 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 do. Oh, hey there! You like my new hat? Yeah, booty hunter. If you're out hunting booty, you need a booty hunter hat. I was looking for you earlier to tell you something, not about the hat. I was gonna tell you about this dude I ran into at a trailer park. I seen him like walking along, and so I snuck up behind him and I said, "Hey, buddy, what's going on?" He goes, "Oh, who the hell are you?" "Oh, it's you." And I said, "Yeah, it's me. Ain't seen you in a long time." He says, "Yeah, it's been a real long time, and you sound different." And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "And you have a hat on now?" And he got something else. I don't know. Can't quite put my finger on it. And I said, "You better not. You put your fingers on my eyeballs, they'll get all smudgy." He's like, "Oh, yeah, eyeballs. They look good on you, though. You look good. Sounding good. How'd all that happen?" Well, anyway, I told him what I'm going to tell you. But I didn't have to fill in a whole bunch of stuff because I'd known this guy from way back, so he knew a lot of the story already. He just didn't know about the hat and eyeballs and my voice. Well, anyway, a long time ago, when I was just by myself and out doing nothing, didn't have no hat or eyeballs, and I talked like an idiot, well, I was floating along. And some dude comes up to me and goes, "I got a job I think you'd be perfect doing." And so I said okay, 'cause I wasn't doing nothing else anyway. And I could use a couple of dollars, a couple bucks in the old pocket, which I don't have. But anyway, I go with him down to this place and he introduces me to this other dude he says is retiring in 2 weeks and he's gonna train me to do his job so I could take over when he's gone. And I'm like, okay, sounds like a good deal. Well, anyway, this other dude was a full old skeleton. Not just a head, so I figured, maybe I can get me one of them skeleton bodies later on and, it'd be great. But, well, I didn't, but a long story. I'm getting to it. Anyway, so he trains me to do the job. What's the job, you might say? Well, basically, you just go up to these people who is gonna start big fights, and I don't mean like trailer park. I mean like with guns and shooting people and killing them and whatnot and stuff and all that. And these guys were real bad people. Well, so I went up. Well, the funny thing is, they're bad people, but they didn't think they were bad. They thought they were doing the right thing. Well, that's where I came in. I just roll on up to 'em, usually in the middle of the night or something like that.
I am the god of Hellfire.
And then they'd usually crap themselves and start doing a lot better. I mean, most of them just gave it up altogether. But some of them, you had to go back. And the new guys. But by the time I was, couple of years or so gone on, I didn't have to go out very much because, only the new guys and most of the repeat offenders had given up all the way by then or somebody shot them. So, I had a lot of time back at the office. Well, one time when I was at the office, I really wasn't there that much usually, at least at first. So I'm sitting there just floating by the desk. Somebody took my chair, but it didn't matter because I can't sit in it anyway. So I'm just floating there, and my boss comes up and says, "Hey, how you doing?" I said, "I'm doing pretty good." And he goes, "Well, that's nice. You're gonna have to pack up your stuff and be out of the building before the pre-lunch break." I mean, it was right after second coffee break already, so, it's coming up pretty quick. And I said, "What for?" And he says, "'Cause you're being laid off. Your position has been made redundant." And I think, how? He's like, "Well, we're gonna put your job to a committee of humans." And I was like, what? I should have seen this coming, though. Because when I got there, the old boy that had my job was telling me about the guy who was there before him. The other guy, Well, of course, he was a full skeleton, which is pretty impressive already. But the guy before him was not just a skeleton all with all feet and dangly bits. He had a skeleton horse too, and they were all on fire and everything. Yeah, I mean, they've been cutting back on stuff for a long time. But he told me even more than that. There used to be 3 other guys in this department. Now it's just 1. 2 of those other guys, well, their positions were made redundant and unnecessary by advances in medical technology and doctors and whatever. The other guy got his job outsourced to India. So, I'm like, what? So it turns out they're gonna be shutting the whole thing down. Anyways, I tell this guy, I says, but I've been doing a real good job. I mean, without me doing this, there'd be all kinds of problems in the world, and, without me, the problems come right back, It's sort of like if I was the IT department, You'll miss me when I'm gone. Well, they haven't yet, but look at how the world's been going since I stopped working there. Exactly. Well, anyways, he told me to pack up my stuff and go, and I didn't really have anything there, because, what do I need, So I took this pencil sharpener, put it in a baggie, grabbed it with my teeth, and floated on out of there with this pencil sharpener. It wasn't really mine, but I figured they owed it to me. Anyway, I go off floating across the countryside from town to town, trying to do good, helping people out. Like I did, only I'm not, whipping out the old voice and saying,
I am the god of hell.
That thing. I can't do that anymore. It's part of the job, part of the agreement I signed. But I still do it sometimes 'cause it's funny. But anyway, I'm floating around doing good, like an old TV show where the guy goes around just doing good from town to town. No, not the one with the kung fu fighting and a ninja kicking and all that stuff. The other one, where the guy blows up his lab and his wife dies and the reporter follows him around. He goes around town to town like fixing people's toilets and stuff. And then at the end of every episode, he's sitting there hitchhiking down the side of the road listening to piano music. Yeah, that one. Just like that, only I couldn't fix no toilets. No hands. So anyway, I'm just floating around aimless, and I get into this town, which is the one right near this trailer park. And I'm floating along, and out of nowhere, well, every place nowhere didn't have no eyeballs at the time. Anyway, I hear this sound. It was like angels singing in a choir with harps and everything, and it was Baby Doll. That was just her voice. Most beautiful thing I ever heard. Anyway, we started getting to know each other, talking and talking. And then eventually things got kind of serious. It's after a couple of weeks. We spent a lot of time together 'cause she didn't have no job at the time neither. Well, one day we're sitting up on a blanket on the hill that looks out over the dump. And she looks at me and I look at her, and well, I knew she wanted me to move into the trailer with her, and so I did. I'm in the trailer with her. I put the pencil sharpener on the end table, and then bam, I was living in a trailer park and I was talking like this. That's how it happened. Just like that. Anyway, when you're in a trailer park, you don't got no car. You can either take the bus to that fancy old Walmart, upscale, or you can do what we do. We just walk on down to the flea market. Now you see, this ain't your regular old flea market. This is a good one. I mean, usually a flea market is open like a weekend a month or something like that, but not around here, no. Business is good, very popular, and it's down, about halfway to the highway from here at the trailer park, and very popular. It's open every single day of the year, even Christmas, but not on major holidays like SummerSlam or WrestleMania. It's open on Halloween Havoc. Well, depends on who's fighting. But anyway, it's mostly open every day. And it's a great place. We get everything there except some groceries, and we get those at the roadside stands on the way back. Shop local. Anyways, you can get everything at the flea market except for guns. Now, I'm not a big fan of guns, obviously, because of my previous job, and I know what kind of people carry guns. But there's other kind of people that like guns too, just for hunting or shooting or just having. I'm okay with that. I mean, Baby Doll's like that herself. She loves guns. She likes cleaning them and shooting at them and looking at them, and she just loves them. She's a real good shot, too. One time I saw her shoot a flea off a dog's ass. It was 100 yards away. This was a .22 pistol, mind you. Yeah, she was blindfolded and drinking a beer. Great shot, loves guns. Anyway, so we go down to the gun show. Yeah, and, I can hear everything. It sounds real exciting. And then we end up at this one booth. There's this old Asian dude there, and he's selling eyeballs. Yeah, eyeballs. At the gun show. Well, of course, where else? Anyway, so Baby Doll picks out a couple, and I have the old guy put them in. Now, I figure they're just ornamental, and you just stick them in and be for Baby Doll's enjoyment and all that. Well, no. This dude takes out some pliers and a hacksaw and starts to work in installing these eyeballs. Not factory original, these are aftermarket. So he puts them in. And then all of a sudden, everything's real dark. You might think, well, if you ain't got eyes, ain't it always dark? No, it's completely different. I'd explain it to you, but you wouldn't get it. So let's move on. It's all dark, right? And it's starting to get brighter. I'm thinking, well, so far I am unimpressed by vision. But little did I know that it got better. Anyway, it gets lighter and lighter, and things are all fuzzy, and things are getting clearer and clearer, and then bam! Lit up all nice and clear as a bell. I saw Baby Doll. Most beautiful thing I ever seen. Well, it's the only thing I ever seen up to that point, but, since then, still hadn't seen nothing more beautiful than my Baby Doll. So I'm all happy, and a tear runs down the side of my cheekbone, and the old guy picks up a dirty old rag and wipes it off and says it's lubrication, and once the eyeball's set up, it won't happen anymore. Now, that's what he said, but I know what it was. It was a tear of joy. And I'll stand by that forever. Anyway, so we move along down there, and I'm looking at everything. It's pretty impressive. I mean, all these people and everything. Of course, none of them hold a candle to my Baby Doll. Most beautiful woman in the world. Anyway, we go down a ways, and then we see this little hat stand, and Baby Doll picks up this hat, and she puts it on my head, and she looks at me, and I could tell. The way she was looking at me then, it was like I was the most handsomest guy in the world. So I had to have that hat. So I went to go pay for it, and Baby Doll just whips out some money and pays for it. Now I know that's the last money she had from her settlement. So she took her last money and spent it on a hat for me. I couldn't believe it's the most important hat and special to me, and it has sentimental value because she gave it to me. It's the first thing anybody ever bought for me. And it was Baby Doll, and she gave it to me, and she looks at me like I'm handsome, so it's a special hat. I don't wear it hardly ever. I only wear it on special occasions like weddings or funerals or, any party where they're in a lawn and playing with them big wooden mallets, hitting them wooden balls, but not like horseshoes or nothing. I mean, this fancy stuff, where, they get like McDonald's stuff, but that I only wear it sometimes, so it's a very special hat, means a lot. I mean, well, I'll show it to you, but, just remember, it's only for a second, because I gotta put it right back up in the china cabinet next to good paper plates. Alright, hold on. Are you ready? The most special hat in the world, and Baby Doll bought it for me with her own money. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's pretty. I'm gonna cry now. I gotta put the other hat up. I'll see you later.